Okay, got the corded grinder now. Too cheap to buy the batteries, so let's get back to work. Not too bad. We gotta do the corners. So we got the drill with the little wire brush on it. And you can also do it by hand with one of these bad boys. All right. So I'm gonna use this other piece, the finer brush, to get it cleaned up a little bit more before we start painting. So the goal is not to make it completely shiny metal, just to get most of the stuff off of it. The paint that I got is around here somewhere, but it's supposed to reform it and coat it. It's like I believe it said a rubberized paint, so that should do a good job. Whew. Okay, it's starting to get cloudy. If it starts raining, that's going to ruin a lot of my progress, so we're going to take a pause, and then when I get started, I'll probably just keep it off camera anyways, because we already did most of the brushing on camera. So I'll show you the final product before we start painting. We'll pick it up from there. Just real quick, let's show you the before and after. Here's the after, the one we were just working on. It's starting to look pretty snazzy. Here's before. We did some work on this already as well, but you can tell this one came a long ways. Okay, so I repeated the process on the other leg, and I'll show you that. There we go. Not looking too bad. I'm gonna attach these with the screw to the boards, clean it up a little bit more, and then that's where I'm going to start painting. Okay, that's done. So we're going to prep it for paint. We're going to clean off all the corners by scraping it up a little bit more. We're going to use the air hose, clean it off. I'm going to use alcohol to clean it off because that's what I have. And then the paint I'm using is supposed to kind of like reform the rust, eliminate it, and paint at the same time. So it should last the years that we need it to. I mean, $10 table, can't go wrong. So, all right, let's get to it. Okay, we're gonna get started using some basic alcohol and the old t-shirt. Let's clean it up. Okay. The reason I'm using alcohol is just to suck some of the moisture out of the metal, clean some of the dust off of it, and get it ready for a good sticking surface for the paint. Alright, here's the paint we're going to be using. 2-in-1 rust. Reform and seal. Rubberized. More for underbodies, but we want this picnic table to be pretty corrosive resistant. So why not? Let's try it out. Alright, we're going to show you before and after. This is just the first coat. Plan on doing 2 coats. Hopefully we can do it. looks pretty good for one coat. Let me show you. Oh, cord. Yeah, not bad. So I think that one coat did pretty well. One more coat I think should cover it. Plus I only bought 2 cans, so should do good. And then we'll build the whole table and we'll be set. Be eating, you know, burgers and hot dogs in no time. Okay, it's been a couple minutes. It says in the directions to wait a couple minutes and then apply the second coat. So let's apply that coat now. Whew, getting a little sweaty, I'm out of shape. Alright, that went pretty well. I might even, that was only 1 spray can, so I might even use the other one, just one more coat, it won't hurt. And then I gotta do the bottom of the feet. We gotta do the bottoms, obviously, where they're connected to the boards. And this rotates, so we'll paint in there. But, wow, I am impressed. I don't know if this comes out through the camera well. I'm using an older phone, but I think it's looking pretty good. I know my kid's gonna love this. He was begging me for a picnic table by the bonfire, so that was this whole inspiration, actually. So that's that. I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes and then apply a little bit more paint. And then we are getting very close. I'm starting to get pumped. This thing's looking pretty amazing. It's surprising what you can do with a little cleanup and paint, huh? It's beautiful. All right. Looking sharp. Third coat, everybody. Third coat. I can't tell if you guys can see this on the back side. It's pretty dark. But yeah, pretty sweet, eh?